How's it going, Fishbowl Nation? Chief here, broadcasting to you live here at Studio B in Lafayette, Louisiana. I got Juicy with me as always here. We're going to have a great Friday afternoon show here packed up for you today. It's going to be a great time. How you doing today, Juicy?
I'm good. How's everybody at Fishbowl? I hope they're doing great on Fishbowl Nation out there. How you doing?
Fishbowl Nation going very well, looks like, here today. It's been a very interesting week. A lot there in news about cops, police brutality, Black Lives Matter. But, we're not going to get into that because that's not what we're here for. If we wanted to make an episode about it, it'd be pretty interesting itself. But we're not going to tackle that issue today because that's not on the agenda. We're here to talk about some college football here. Wait, what?
I said sports only.
Sports only. This is a no political zone here. This is the Fishbowl Sports Radio. So, if you have noticed by the title of this episode, we're going to be talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Ooh, I'll never say that.
You'll never say Roll Tide, Juicy?
Never, ever, ever.
Why? You don't like Alabama?
Except for that one time when Cam Newton was at Auburn, and they played Auburn.
That one time. You always got to have one. Hey, you might be cheering for him again one day, bro. You never know.
That could be, but it won't be this year, probably.
You say that now. Okay. I think with Mike, when Mike's here, for some reason, Mike is just... No, Mike's just being mean. Wait, what?
AWOL.
He went AWOL, yeah. I thought you said something else. I'm like, wait, you can't say that. That's not nice. I thought you said something else, man. You're going to get everybody fired over here.
You need to get your mind.
I got to get my mind out the gutter. It's my fault. Sorry, everybody. But, yeah, listen here. Alabama opens up the season against the USC Trojans, which is, in case you remember Lane Kiffin, he got kind of fired over there a couple of years ago. As he did.
He did kind of get fired.
So, yeah, he's going to be out there for some revenge, I'm pretty sure. And it was kind of a bad ending, if you think about between the two, Kiffin and USC, having their differences there. And the tenure wasn't that long at all at USC.
No, he had a very short tenure at USC. I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I believe, if that. I don't know if it was that long.
Yeah, it wasn't like long like you think a head coach be around for, but I mean, it happens all the time. In case you were living underneath the rock, Alabama is the defending national champions. This is, let's see. I'm trying to think of do all this math in my head. They won in 15. They didn't win in 14. They didn't win in 13. They won in 12 and 2011. So they won 3 out of the last 5 national championships. And Nick Saban, in my opinion, is the best coach in college football, without a doubt. Right now. But for someone to break through and actually get better than Nick Saban, you have to beat the best. So... a couple of these teams this year be like, look, we're going to do this. We're going to do pretty good, I think. Now, let's break down Alabama's quarterback situation before we start breaking down football games and stuff like that. Alabama, as you know, we're going to talk about their quarterback here. They're going to have a brand new quarterback.
Never even heard of him.
Cooper Bateman, David Cromwell, my bad. Blake Barnett, Jalen Hurts are the 4 guys going at it here. David Cromwell is a third-year sophomore. He's 6'5", 234 pounds. He's an ideal pro-style quarterback, which Nick Saban likes with pro-style quarterbacks. Cooper Bateman's the only one of the 4 scholarship passes to appear in a college game. So I think one of those 2 will win the starting job. I think Cooper Bateman's actually leading the thing so far, leading the competition between all the quarterbacks so far. Nick Saban hasn't came out and named a starter yet, so there'll be plenty of debate.
They're not going to have a quarterback. They're just going to snap it to the running back and run.
Well, I mean, in Alabama's offense, Nick Saban runs a smash mouth football team, like hit you right in the jaw and just keep going at you. Don't stop. That's how Alabama plays football. So
there's been a lot of hype about the running back, Bo Scarborough, how huge he is.
yeah.
There's been a lot of hype about him.
Well, thing about hype, you got to answer to it too. He's actually their only Derrick Henry, declared for the NFL draft, and Kenyon Drake, he graduated, so Bo is going to have to be the star running back at Alabama that they need him to be, and he's going to probably...
Some new faces, but they do have some faces from last year.
Well, they do have some experience coming back, like leading wide receiver Calvin Ridley. He's back with A.R. Darius Stewart and Robert Frost. He's coming back as well, but he ended up injuring his shoulder in week 3, which ended up ending his season. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But also Bowling Green, they got a transfer coming in Alabama. Garrett I can't say his last name, guys. Dietards? That's weird. But if you're...
I've never heard of him.
Yeah. But O.J. Howard, he's also coming back. If you watch National Championship game, he was a huge part in that football game, which I think they will expand his role this year.
Yeah, he's a tight end, ain't he, though?
He is a tight end, but I think they'll expand his role in a receiver kind of formation and stuff like that. So there's that quarterback's got whoever the starting quarterback for Alabama is going to be, he's going to have targets to throw to.
Well, he'll have plenty of good receivers to throw to.
Yeah, he will. I mean, it's been very good for Alabama so far.
I
And
don't know what they look like on defense, though.
well, Alabama on defense, their defense last year was pretty dang good. I asked Leonard Fournette about that.
You just have to take a cheap shot.
Yeah, I had to take a shot. They got the high end talent returns: Deshaun Hand, Daron Payne, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Jonathan Allen. Death won't be the game-changing factor this year. They don't have the talent backing it up this year, really. Reuben Foster, he's going to be he's going to be in middle linebacker. Reggie Ragland, he's not there no more. Let's see. Tim Williams and Ryan Anderson will be on the outside. So they're going to have some good linebacking core this year. As far as corners and safety goes, that is the area where they'll be most improved at. Cyrus Jones.
You say most improved.
Yep, Cyrus Jones, Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson was a...
Last year.
What?
They were starting last
Yeah,
year.
they're coming back. Kirby Smart, he left. Now they got a new defensive coordinator named Jeremy Pruitt.
Kirby Smart went on to be the head coach at Georgia.
Yep. Adam Griffith will be back. He missed
The
kicker.
The kicker that chose.
Yeah. Well, he's back. He only missed 4 kicks last year. Well, my bad. No. He missed the first 4 kicks of the 2015 season, and then he went 23 for 32. Which, for a kicker, not that great, but hey. We'll see.
I noticed he's had problems over his career.
Yeah, he has had problems, but he's going to be Alabama's best source for kicking next year. So
They say he went to. Say the rumor was he went to commit suicide, but when he went to kick the chair up from underneath him, well, he missed the chair. And he
dang,
couldn't kill himself.
that's so mean. That is so mean, man.
That's the rumor going around.
I don't think that's much of a rumor, man. All right, enough poking fun at Alabama's kicker. Let's pick some football games here. All right, Alabama. They head to Arlington to take on the USC Trojans. Who you got, Juicy?
Well, USC, being that they've been so short Alabama's going to be too physical for USC's style of play. I think it'll be a lot for USC to handle. So I have to say all that to say that I'm going to say that USC will lose this game to Alabama. It won't even really be close. It might. I'm going to say 20 plus points is a good margin that Alabama will win this game by.
I think Alabama will win by 14 over USC. I don't see USC being able to compete with them. And seeing what's going to happen here.
It's 14 points is a close game.
I think 14. I say a close game's between. I need 10. I need 10 points is a close game. 14, you're kind of like separated yourself. You know, you're just like, you know. Oh, you were trying to argue with me something last year. Hold on. I'm going to talk to you about this off the air. Hold on a second. After this show, you had brought up a game last year, and it's completely irrelevant to Alabama. It has something to do with UL. And you were saying they got blown out. Hold on. I just thought about something, and yeah, Juicy's going to get it. Juicy's going to get it, guys. I'm not going to do it on air. But, yeah, okay. Game 2, Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. They go to Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Who you got, Juicy?
I actually think this for a while. You know, Western Kentucky last year, they had a really good team. Of course, they don't have Brandon Doughty this year, but last year they had a pretty good team. They actually made it into the top 25 rankings last year. And they played LSU, which almost ended up being a top 25 game. By the time they played, they played with LSU for about 3 quarters. They were in the competition, but then LSU pulled away after the third quarter. I don't see Western Kentucky having that same team as last year, and I think they're going to rebuild. They have to replace Brandon Doughty, who went to the NFL. So I think Alabama should win relatively easy over Western Kentucky. If not easier, like pretty easy instead of relatively.
All right. I think Alabama's going to beat Western Kentucky. I don't see it being as, like you said, Brian, Downey being gone. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here.
If Brandon Doughty was still there, I think it'd be a pretty good game.
Yeah, but too much talent got lost at Western Kentucky. So, give me Alabama to win this game. All right, we got Alabama 2-0, but they make the faithful trip, which last time they were there wasn't too good for them. They go on the road to take on Ole Miss at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi.
I thought last year they played them in Alabama and they lost.
Yeah, they did play them in Alabama last year. That's why I'm saying the last time they went to Vaught-Hemingway, they lost that game too. Ole Miss is on a 2-game winning streak.
They lost Ole Miss twice in a row.
Yeah, so they got a losing streak against Ole Miss. Who you got? Juicy?
Well, you know how you like to say until they can, until they show they can beat them, that
oh my God,
it'll be a loss. Well, I'm going to use your saying against you, and I'm just going to say that until they can prove that they can beat Ole Miss, well, I guess it's going to be a loss.
Yeah, Ole Miss, but there's another relying factor going on at Ole Miss that might hurt them a lot. NCAA. Yeah, that's going to hurt Ole Miss. It might even be a distraction. Like I say, with sayings and stuff like that, they can change with different circumstances. Now, like LSU and Alabama, there's nothing going on between the two teams like NCAA stuff going on. Ain't nothing going on there yet.
I don't know. I heard Alabama might have some, too.
Yeah, Alabama might have some. It might be a little... They always coming out with something with Alabama, but you never hear it. I heard of something last year, and it wasn't even going anywhere. But, anyway, they're going to play Ole Miss this year. Ole Miss lost a lot of people last year. They lost Laquan Treadwell. So,
I don't know, but this I said Ole Miss, but only because they have a losing streak against them. But like I said, once I see them play a couple games or a few games, I might change my mind.
Yeah, this is just to give like a little.
I flip flopped on this game. To me, with this one's a toss up.
This one could go either way. I think the same way, but I think Alabama's going to come out on top against Ole Miss. I think they'll pick up their first win in 2 years over the Rebels. So give me Alabama. So you got them going 2-1. I got them 3-0. Well, this one I think me and you can agree on this one. Alabama takes on Kent State. They go back home to Bryant-Denny. So in Tuscaloosa. So who you got, Juicy?
I got Kent State losing this game.
Yep, same here. Kent State's going to get a loss to Alabama. So I'm 4-0. You're 3-1. Another team that we might agree on here. We might. Kentucky's pulled some flashes of greatness in the past. Alabama versus Kentucky at Bryant-Denny. Who you got, Juicy?
Well, I think Kentucky is not going to win this game. I know last year.
Now, if this.
And all that.
Yeah.
Past couple years, and he was okay. He's had flash. Well, Kentucky at times has flash greatness, but I don't think he's there to this year. Patrick Coles. I think Kentucky's lost a lot of the players they had when they were kind of good. I don't think this is going to be close. I think Alabama should win this one pretty easily.
Now, this is a basketball matchup. I'm going Kentucky all the way. If this was basketball, yeah, Kentucky's not a football school. They're a basketball school. So give me Alabama in this one. Alabama is.
Kentucky has had some good teams in football, huh?
Yeah, they have, but basketball is their sport. Like, yeah, we got 5-0. Alabama getting close to being bowl eligible on my list. You got them 4-1. Alabama goes on the road to Arkansas. Juicy, who you got in this game?
Well, there's no need really to break down this game a whole bunch. I'm pretty convinced on who I think is going to win this game. I think even though Arkansas at times, has given Alabama a lot of trouble the past couple of years, they've had a couple of scares at Arkansas, but I think Arkansas not going to be enough for them like this year. I think Alabama won't have too many problems with Arkansas. This year, considering they lost a good bit of players, I believe.
Yeah, Arkansas is an interesting case here. This could be a trap game because next week they got to play against Tennessee. They could be looking ahead to Tennessee, and Arkansas could sneak them and get them, but I don't think it will happen. Nick Saban, I think, will get them under control, make them focus on Arkansas. I got them winning this one. It's going to be, I think, 6-0 for Alabama, and you got them 5-1. Now, next game on the list here at Tennessee in Neyland Stadium. Tennessee is coming in as the favorite to win the SEC East. We might even see an SEC title game between these two as a rematch. So look out for that there. Who you got, Juicy?
This is an old rivalry from way back when, Alabama-Tennessee, and it's been pretty lopsided lately. Because Alabama has Nick Saban and Tennessee, well, they've struggled the past 10 years or so. It's been pretty lopsided, but Tennessee is actually could get 10, 11 wins this year, and this could be the most interesting game between the two in quite some time. I think Tennessee's fought hard to try and get back to how they used to be, and I know they got a loaded up team this year with a lot of seniors. Butch Davis done a nice job over there.
Butch Jones.
But then Alabama, well, they got Nick Saban, so I think Alabama squeaks out and win against Tennessee.
I disagree with you there. Tennessee's going to pick up a win Alabama and Neyland Stadium. Butch Jones has done a great job at Tennessee. He's been building up that program. Alabama usually loses one game a year, and I think they'll lose this game this year. I think this is going to be their loss of the year. It'll be enough time for them to regroup and possibly get back in the
That would hurt their playoff. I don't know. That would hurt their playoff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually Alabama, once they get like those they will lose one game or two games, and the second game usually knocks them out. So we'll see what happens. Like I don't lose.
I don't. Of course, if Butch Jones doesn't win the East, I think he's probably gonna be gone with all that talent he's got.
Yeah, he's got to make it happen this year. I think he'll win the East, though. I think Florida might throw a wrench in his plans. You never know. All right.
So what's our records here? Because I got a piece in it.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was the seventh game. I'm 6-1, and you're 6-1, so we're the same again.
I thought you would have Alabama going undefeated.
No. You try to assume stuff, Juicy, all the time with me, man. You think, oh, Logan's gonna go. Chief's gonna make pick all Alabama's games undefeated season. You know, at least I'm not blatant like LSU here, Mr. LSU himself, picking LSU to win every single game.
Well, there's a couple of games I'm worried about. I don't know if they're gonna win all 12 of them.
You predicted on the show they would win every single game. God, man, you gotta be a realist once in a while, Juicy.
They're probably. But I did say on that episode they could probably lose one or two of those games.
Well, next game on the list here, Alabama versus Texas A&M. I'm going with Alabama on this one. Who you got, Juicy?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Alabama. Ever since Johnny Manziel left and all that, it ain't quite been the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Alabama.
No hysteria going on at Texas A&M. And Johnny Manziel, he's like the figurehead for Texas A&M. But Evans was pretty good too.
Yeah, but
he was a good.
I just don't see Texas A&M beating them.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, then Alabama gets a bye week before they go travel down to Red Stick, which they call Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the Tiger Stadium.
Baton Rouge, yeah.
Yep. They get to take on the LSU Tigers. Who you got in that game, Juicy?
Well, as all the Fishbowl Nation knows, I picked LSU to squeak out that game. So, saying that, I pretty much have to say that Alabama will lose by 3 points in this game. They'll lose in a very close game to LSU, but I think it's going to be a great game regardless.
I don't think Brandon Harris will improve enough for LSU to be the leader that they need him to be. He hasn't proven to me that he deserves to be the starting quarterback. I think they could have a better quarterback at LSU, and it'll be a very interesting episode there. So, we'll see what happens here. It's going to be a very fun game to see what's going to happen here. It's going to be fun, though. It'll be a fun time going down to Baton Rouge. Juicy, as you know, he wants to get tickets to this game, but tickets are like $300 already to starting off for this game, or $200. Ridiculous amount, guys. God. But yeah, anyway, Alabama, I think, will beat LSU. I don't think Brandon Harris and Leonard Fournette got shut down last year, so Nick Saban knows that LSU is going to try to run the ball with Leonard Fournette. I think Fournette will probably win the Heisman this year. He's too good of a ball player to stop consistently. And this will be Leonard Fournette's junior year, so he'll be going after this year for LSU. So, too much talent. I got Alabama beating LSU, though. All right, next game on the list here. I lost contact with Juicy, so we'll just continue going on with the episode here. Alabama versus Mississippi State. They go to Bryant-Denny Stadium. As you know, Mississippi State last year lost Dak Prescott. He graduated, so it's going to be an interesting time to see what's going to happen. I got Alabama beat Mississippi State. They lost. Mississippi State had a lot of guys last year from 2014 that had graduated, and 2015 they lost the rest of them. So Mississippi State's got to build back up their program to see what's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting. But I got Alabama beating Mississippi State.
Wait, say that again?
I got Alabama beating Mississippi State.
Well, where I left off at?
Well, LSU. You picked that one, right?
Did y'all hear me say that Alabama's gonna lose by about 3 points?
Yeah, I got that. We got all that. We got all that. We're past that.
But I still think it's gonna be a real good game.
Yeah, we got that too. That was all recorded. I said Brandon Harris. I don't think was gonna be good enough to lead them to victory, and Leonard Fournette. Well, I said Leonard Fournette will probably win the Heisman this year. He'll become the second LSU football player to win the Heisman.
And how many more games I missed after that?
That was only one. So
Okay.
we got Mississippi State. Who you got?
So I have against Mississippi. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Alabama beating Mississippi State, mostly because Mississippi State. Well, first of all, they ain't got Dak Prescott no more.
I mentioned
And,
that.
they also have lost a lot of players, so I know Mississippi State's going to be kind of rebuilding this year. So I think Alabama shouldn't have too many problems with Mississippi State.
That's good. Next game, Alabama versus Chattanooga. I got Alabama winning this one.
I got Chattanooga losing this game.
Yeah, go pull an upset. Go ahead. You go pull an upset for that game, man. You know, if someone would pull for Chattanooga and actually bet against the money, and you manage to win, like think about this, you're in Vegas, okay, and you pick Chattanooga to win, and they somehow pulled this off like Appalachian State did against Michigan. I love breaking up that game. It's been my kind of thing for the last couple of weeks. But
well, you know, that could happen though.
It could happen.
That could happen. Chattanooga, you never know.
You never know. With Jacksonville State almost did that to Auburn last year.
Yeah, Chattanooga pull off the upset of the century, beat Alabama.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, here we go again.
Yeah, I got Chattanooga losing that.
You know what? That'd probably be a bigger upset than Appalachian State beat Michigan, I think, in my opinion. And everybody's favorite game, the Iron Bowl. Alabama gets split in two, and there's a big civil war that happens. Alabama versus Auburn. I got Alabama winning the Iron Bowl this year. Who you got, Juicy? It's a rivalry game, so you can't predict it.
Alabama will win this game, but it'll actually be closer than what a lot of people think. I know last year's game was closer than what everybody thought it was going to be. But I have Alabama winning this game, but I do think that Auburn's going to be a better team next year, though.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, also important things if you want to know a lot about Alabama. Then next week they got the SEC Championship game, December 3rd. Depending on how everything shakes out, we're not going to predict that one because there's games to be played, so there's no point in us trying to even say who's going to be in it. But I say Alabama wins the SEC West.
Well, I got to go with LSU winning the West.
Well, you see, that's why we can't predict it because we got two different teams going there. For the East.
Last year I was dead wrong though, because last year, like I had picked Arkansas to win the West, and they wasn't even close.
Yeah, preseason, gotta love it. I had a big flounder too. I picked Georgia Tech to win the ACC.
Yeah, I picked. I said it was gonna be Georgia Tech, Clemson, or Florida State.
Georgia Tech just went down the goal.
Hey, you can't say though that I'm necessarily LSU biased because last year I did pick LSU to lose 2 or 3 games before the season started.
Look, I love how he mentioned this before the season started.
I picked Arkansas. Hey, I picked Arkansas to win the West. So you can't say I'm biased. I did pick LSU to win the West last year.
Yeah. I'm not even picking UL to win the Sun Belt this year. I think Appalachian State's gonna win it.
Well, if I had to pick y'all's conference, I think Georgia Southern probably gonna win.
Georgia Southern's underneath. They got NCAA probations.
Oh well. Then in that case,
Which actually, look. No one. Okay, look. Let me get off track by Alabama and all this before. Look, this was a story going on yesterday, and it was very interesting to me. No one knew about this at all. Like, what would UL Lafayette and Alabama and Ole Miss and all these other schools that have NCAA kind of like sanctions or something coming their way? No one knew about Georgia Southern. This was kept underneath the rug. Nobody knew. The fans didn't even know Georgia Southern. Nobody knew what was going on, man.
Wow.
Then news broke out. And I seen this and I was like, there's no way this happened. Because usually you got like an investigation. People know what's going on. Well, like toward the end of the 2015 season, you all knew they were going to have like something going on with them. You know, it was out in the open. People knew about it. You know, thing with LSU. LSU had a little bit of NCAA things too. People knew about what was going on. But it just came out and no one, the Georgia Southern fans didn't know. I didn't know. Nobody knew. It was crazy.
Well, I guess a smaller school, they tend to not worry about it too much, or they don't really.
No, but you think about it. Usually people know about this. Georgia Southern's not like a real small school compared to other schools. I mean, Appalachian State, if they had something come out, I'm pretty sure we hear about it. Georgia State. Or, you know, I read a lot of independent blogs about like different conferences and stuff like that. That's why I'm able to do the show so well. Yes, because I'm the best broadcaster in the business, you hear? I'm kidding, y'all.
I'm the best co-worker broadcaster.
Yeah, we're the best. We're the best station.
All around.
All around, you hear? Okay, look, we're just joking around. We're not doing this serious. We're not taking ourselves seriously. Or so, if y'all want to laugh, slap your knee, because you know it was hilarious anyway. So, yeah. But anyway, like no one knew about it at all. It just got released, and it was just out there. So, all right.
Well, don't y'all have a new team joining the Sun Belt?
Oh yes, Coastal Carolina. They're not a football member yet. They're a non-football member right now. In 2018, they will... Wait. Yep. 2017, I think they become a full football member. 2018, the Sun Belt gets their own championship game.
What?
Yeah, Sun Belt
Conference. Where are
Conference.
they going to host that, though?
How are they going to host? I think it's the school who has the highest record.
That's how the Pac-12 does it. The team with the better conference record hosts the game.
So, which I think is kind of cool. I would love to see a Sun Belt championship game at Cajun Field.
Well, I think I would go do it. It might be a pretty good game, and everybody else should come out and experience Lafayette.
Yeah, live Lafayette.
Hashtag live Lafayette.
Hashtag Lafayette strong, you know. Well, we got a lot of bad news going on in the world this week about shootings, people dying and stuff like that. But you know what? We're going to make our day a little bit better. I'm going to...
Brothers in Blue got killed.
Yeah, and Alton Sterling in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Y'all pray for them and pray for my safety as well.
Yeah, we're not going to give out any... Pray for my safety as well, too. Pray for everybody's safety here because this is getting...
If people need to... Well, I
what?
guess people need to know I am into law enforcement, which is why I'm so concerned about it and my safety.
Well, we're not going to go into any more detail than that. People don't need to know that. So, we're going to end the episode on a positive note here. I saw a video this week of some ferrets, okay? And they were trying as hard as they can to jump to these tables and stuff. And they just would not make it. One was hanging on for dear life and ended up falling down. It was funny. It was they couldn't jump worth anything. It just fell on the ground. They couldn't do it. But yeah.
What was it? A parrot, you said?
A ferret.
Oh, I thought you said a parrot. A ferret.
It's a ferret, like you know those little things that run around.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say if it was a parrot, why couldn't it just fly?
Well, he might have had a hurt wing. You see, you're assuming stuff again. Think, Juicy, think. Well, anyway, thank y'all for listening to the Fishbowl Radio here today. I won't be going to bed till 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah, I gotta go pull a night shift.
Don't miss going to bed late like that.
It's some of us gotta pull some midnight oil here. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. Yeah, thank you for listening to Fishbowl Radio here. We have our YouTube channel, which we have been putting all these if you missed an episode of this football previously, you can listen to it here on Spreaker.com. You can even go look through Facebook, and we even got it there. You can go even look on YouTube, and we even got it there. Go on iHeartRadio, give us a listen there. We are all over the internet. Okay, I am working on something right now. You can even go listen on our website that we have. It gets updated every time we do an episode. Actually, I think it may be even airing this episode right now. Let me go check real quick. Let's go check at the Fishbowl Radio here. Fishbowl Radio Wibbly. Let's see. I'm gonna go see what's going on the Fishbowl Radio Wibbly. Fishbowl Radio Wibbly. 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 Well, that works out pretty well. Oh. I actually have a blog on there. Juicy and Mike didn't put anything, so I had to take theirs down because, you know, we needed more space on the website. So, we got stuff going on.
Well, I will put a blog up there.
Eventually. Eventually it's going to happen, guys. You hear him? He's eventually going to do it. He loves us. You see, he loves us.
I just don't have nothing special to put the blog.
Like, you can make a blog about your top 10 stadiums to visit, you know, stuff we ain't got time to cover for. I might write me another one about our trip to La Tech last year.
Well, if we can go on some trips this year, I'll put something there.
Well, we got 2 trips that may possibly be happening, which would be the trip to Tulane. Tulane's got a new stadium, and UL Monroe again, so love going to see. I've almost seen every single college. Well, actually, never mind. I'll take that back. I haven't been to, let's see, Division 1. I've been to all the Division 1s. If I go to Tulane's this year, I've been to all the Division 1. Been to Louisiana Tech.
Division 1 what?
Football stadiums. I've been to Tiger Stadium.
I thought you was going to say you've been to every Division 1 football stadium. I was going to say, whoa, Jack.
That'd be awesome. I'm not going to lie. But in the state of Louisiana, I would have attended every single Division 1 football stadium.
In the country, I thought you was talking about.
No. In Louisiana. Definitely not in the country just yet. In Louisiana. I've been to UL Monroe, Louisiana Tech. I've been to...
I've never been to Louisiana Tech.
Cajun Field.
I've been there.
You never been there, Juicy. Quit lying.
No, not the Cajun Field,
no. No, he's never been there. He actually has been a good bit. Tiger Stadium. Well, I said that already. Yeah, that's 4.
I've been there, too.
And, I've been... Okay, now, if Tulane wouldn't have built a new stadium, then I could have said I've been to the Superdome, but I never watched, like, a Tulane game. So, there's that. But, yeah, they're New Orleans. They got a new stadium being built. Because, I mean, I've only watched one football game in the Superdome, and it wasn't a Saints game. It was a UL versus Nevada, which I find kind of sad, because I wanted to watch the Saints. I like the Saints.
I've been to the Superdome, but I've never seen a Tulane game. I've only seen the Saints game.
I've seen a concert at the Superdome, too.
Yeah.
I've been to the Smoothie King Center, too. Watched the Pelicans.
I've
That's my only NBA game. That's my only NBA game I went to. I went to see the Pelicans after the before.
So we're gonna have to go to some more NBA games.
Well, man, it's when the Trailblazers were destroying everybody that year. I think it was 2 years ago or something like that. Portland Trailblazers.
The Warriors.
I don't think it was the Warriors in 2014. I think it was the Trailblazers. I think the Warriors got good in 2015 or something. I don't remember when, but I think they were probably good in 14, but it don't matter. That's a whole another thing to talk about for a whole another time. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter at Fishbowl Nation. You can like us on Facebook. Just search the Fishbowl Radio.
Thank y'all, Fishbowl.
Thank y'all, everybody, for tuning to the Fishbowl Radio today. We appreciate y'all.
Me and Mike might be going on a little trip tonight.
Yeah, you and Mike, you'll have fun up there in Turkey Creek. Go and see James Dupre. Got a new album out, Stoned to Death. Yo, get yourselves a copy. Local boy around my hometown of Ville Platte. He's not from there really, but I mean he's close enough to be from there actually. If y'all know of a little place called Bayou Chico, that's right, I said Bayou Chico and Spreaker and iHeartRadio. No one knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, y'all have some fun. Take care, everybody.